So RIDGID, Viega, how does this all mesh together? What does all this mean? So in 1989, Viega produced its first press fitting, and it was a bronze or brass press fitting. And roughly around 94, they launched a product called Profi Press, Profit and Press, Profi Press. And it took the European market by storm. Pressing technology already existed, but Viega was pioneering. They were really bringing this technology to the market. And about 5 years later, we decided to come to the United States. And I got to tell you, I can't confirm or deny this is true, but I really think that Viega Germany was like, yeah, we'll see. We don't know if the Americans are ready for press technology yet. But lo and behold, they said, you know what, we'll let you give it a run. And so Viega was started out in very humble beginnings in New Bedford, Mass. And we started out in a partnership with RIDGID. And basically the way this worked is we needed a tooling partner. And we were so small, we needed somebody to sell our stuff. Right? And RIDGID, you know, I mean, I remember my first plumbing job, probably 32, 33 years ago, I've been doing this for 35 years, was taking a RIDGID Coleman sewer machine with 1-inch cable, sectional, off a truck with my dad. And I remember he said, we loaded the machine to the ground. I was 13, 14 years old. And he said, we just made $100. And I was like, I want to be a plumber. So remember those tools, you know, it's a pro brand. Everybody knew RIDGID and you know, it was ubiquitous through the industry. And of course, not to forget, you know, the RIDGID advertisements, which were pretty cool back then. I think they've toned it down a little, but if you guys are old school like me, you know what I'm talking about. So, you know, big pipe wrenches and stuff like that, and just really cool stuff. I remember operating my first 48-inch steel pipe wrench. Oh my God, you know, so heavy. So professional brand, and we needed that backing. And so we took executives from the parent company of RIDGID, Emerson Tool, and Ridge Tool Company, and we took them to Germany and we said, hey, what do you think? You know, we showed them the platform, showed them the factory, so forth and so on. And they were like, wow, this is so cool that not only will we partner with you, we're going to go ahead and purchase the company that is making the tools for you in Europe. And so our partnership was sealed, and we had a 7-year tooling and distribution agreement with RIDGID, and that eventually sunset, and RIDGID took care of tooling and we took over distribution. So when you know, people say, oh, you know, how did you guys first come to America? By boat? Yeah, by boat, but under the brand name RIDGID ProPress. Nobody knew who Viega was. They thought we made a little blue pill. So true story, you know, nobody had heard of us. And of course, those of you harken back to the Stadler Viega days, they knew us, but you know, nobody really knew who we were. So RIDGID put us on the map, and that kind of describes our partnership with RIDGID.
And that's a great point, Bo. I remember my first job, 2004, licensed plumber, TGI Fridays, first time introduced to Viega ProPress. But at the time, I thought it was RIDGID ProPress because there was RIDGID reps coming out, training me on the job, telling me how to put it in. And I hope you show this tool off tonight, Bo, because the first one I had, the CT400, I felt like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie Commando, just with that thing. I mean, 20 pounds heavy. But, you know, fell in love with press right away. And it was the RIDGID guys that supported us all through that job and every other job from there. So great relationship with them. And we're going to get right in their tools tonight, and I can't wait.